My topic for RPP is hair trade. It is a business where faith is converted into fashion. Secondly, the product of this business is such that every individual possesses it, no matter rich or poor. It's just that except one category of people who does not possess this material. India is one of the biggest supplier of the finished product. There is unlimited supply and demand of it. So these are the points that are the key terms for my topic. This is the list of the buyers and the suppliers. Biggest buyer is US followed by China and Britain. China is a buyer and a supplier as well because it buys Indian and Brazilian hair, and even India buys Chinese hair and sell as marking it as Indian hair, but it mainly supplies only, so it's not considered to be a biggest buyer. How hair extensions are made. The first step is collection of hair. The sources are as follows. Firstly, Hindu temples. We have Tirupati Mandir, which is the biggest hub for hair collection in India. People donate their hair every Saturday as an offering to the god, as they believe that the hair that we have are from the last birth, and by removing those hair, the god will reduce the pain and sufferings. Secondly, the hair pickers. Methods of collecting hair from villages and slums where hair is least likely to be dyed or treated with chemicals is a very common method. In return for some small amounts of hair, the collector hands out colorful hairpins and clasps. For regular customers, there are small children toys. Donations. People in need of money donate their hair. In some places, the wives have to sell their hairs unwillingly for their husbands to earn some money. Fourth, the hair saloons. Whenever we go for a haircut, they use our hair to make such buns, or they may even sell to the hair pickers. Most of the hair come from women under the age of 35. The second step is processing the hair. This is the hackle which is used to separate out short hairs. The collected hair will be sorted out according to their quality, length and texture. After this, hairs are boiled in the acetic acid solution to clean them. Then they are combed through this steel tooth machine and dried. This clean dried hair is passed through a set of drawing brushes to set them even. This is the hackle. These are the available colors in which hair can be dyed after processing them if necessary. This is the last step where the hair is sewn into wefts to make hair extensions and wigs. How did they have such beautiful hair? This is how they have bumps in their hair, that is by attaching the hair extensions. First method by which they can attach the hair to the natural hair is fusion. It is a method that uses melted keratin protein bonds to attach extensions to strands of the natural hair. This is the fusion shown in the pictures. It is the non-easily identifiable fusions. This is the second method by which hair extensions are attached to the natural hair. Micro-link or micro-cylinder. Small beads are used to add hair strand by strand. These are the beads used for attaching the hair extensions. This is the machine used to attach the extension for pressing the bead properly. The third type is braidless sew-in, a relatively new technique in which wefts of hair are attached to the natural hair with the thread. These are the pictures showing the wefts that are attached to the hair. The fourth type is skin weft or tape extensions. It is a method that uses thin polyurethane strips to attach weft to the hair extension. This is another method that is called clip-in. The extensions are attached with a small clip using this temporary technique. Now let's know something more about it. When and where was this business started? The human hair business first boomed across India in the 60s, but sales dropped when synthetic alternatives were introduced. Since then, complaints of skin allergies, especially by European countries, once again boosted the demand for natural hair. Second thing, who puts a restriction or control over the trading? Let me tell you that there are no specific restrictions on the import and export of human hair and can be done freely. How much would be spent on hair extensions each year? It is estimated that 65 million pounds are being spent on various types of hair extensions each year. Which country's hair would be demanded the most? Mainly, the Indian hair or virgin hair means it has never been chemically treated or altered in any way. Indians have variety of texture, that is straight hair, wavy, curly, especially long hair. Due to its black color, Indian hairs can be easily dyed, so they are most in demand. What if you want to buy hair extensions? There are many sites that do sell hair extensions, for example eBay, Amazon, Alibaba.com, etc. There are even particular sites that are meant for hair trading. We can even get from parlors that sell hair extensions like that. Now let's make a weft and from that a wig for a doll. These are the colored hairs that will be used to make the weft. We will need the following things: lamb blocks, tulle and a scissor. The first step is arrange the locks in a row halfway across the tulle. Trim the locks so they are even on the ends. Second step, fold tulle over, sandwiching the hair in between the tulle. Use long pins and pin tulle in place so hair doesn't move around. The third thing, sew a straight stitch across the top of the hair. Make sure to catch all the hair. Repeat so it is sewn twice with a straight stitch. Here is how one row of straight stitch will look. Make sure you sew it twice. After you sew 2 rows of straight stitch, do a narrow zigzag stitch twice. You don't want the hair to fall out of the tulle. First set the sewing machine at 1.5 for a zigzag stitch. Very carefully trim off all the tulle from the top of the weft and the part hanging down below the stitch line on either side. This is what it will look like when it is done. These are the 2 wefts sectioned of locks. These locks were quite thick and about 8 inches long. I started gluing the wefts on with fabric tack glue. They need to face down so they fall over the face. Glue all around the head in a circular pattern. So this is how our devilish girl will look.